Hi, I'm Tiffany. I have type 283B hair, and this is my kwentong kulot. So I've been rebonding my hair since I was around 12 years old, so around 17 years. And I decided that I've had enough of rebonding and straightening my hair. Prior to this, I never really knew what my real hair looked like. I only knew that it was frizzy, that it was poofy. You know, it looked really weird kind of straight hair. So that's the only thing that I knew about my hair. So essentially, I didn't know the potential of my hair. But when I decided to stop rebonding, I thought that what I needed was a great hairstylist or a great haircut. And I saw something about precision hairstyling. So the precision cutting, I looked for a stylist and he told me that he couldn't do anything to my hair. And I was kind of devastated because you've gone to an expert, but it's still, it's kind of useless. So I was kind of disheartened, but I still pushed on. A few months after, I saw a Facebook group called Best of the Best Manila, and someone actually asked how to take care of curly hair, what's the best way. And they recommended joining the Curly Girl Philippines Facebook group. And then they talked about the curly girl method. So I wondered, what is a curly girl method? And I didn't know that there's an actual way to take care of curly hair, which my mother didn't really, she didn't have experience and she didn't know how. She only put my hair in braids when I was a kid, in buns, in a ponytail. I decided to join the group and I saw these women, these amazing curly women with, gorgeous hair. And I was so inspired to start my own journey. So that was like in November 2019. And I decided, to read and research about everything there. I read all the units, I even also Googled, I went on YouTube. And I decided to prepare all the things that I needed. Like products, what method should I use. So after a few months, I decided to book at a curly hairstylist on March 2020, before the pandemic. Then the pandemic happened and I was scheduled for a May appointment. She never came back to the Philippines and got stuck in the US. So, I was disheartened once more because, okay, what's happening? Why can't I start this journey? But after a few months, July, I saw someone post in the group about a new curly hair stylist. So that was Jazz. And even though there were only a few clients, I decided to, just go for it. At that time, my hair was like at around past shoulder length hair. And my hair growth, the curly growth hair, was around, a few inches. And I wanted a big chop to make my life easier when I transitioned from rebonded hair to curly hair. So I went to Jazz and thank God she knew what she was doing, and she's been doing the curly girl method for already like 5 years. And she was, very knowledgeable on what to do. She told me, she gave me tips and on how to take care of the hair. And I also bought, all the products that I needed. And so once after that cut, it changed my life because I finally saw curls, real curls on my hair. And they were actually just waves, but I was the happiest person already because it wasn't just a mess that I can see in front of the mirror. It's actually something that, I can be proud of, that I can love. So from that point on, from that haircut, I pushed myself to document my journey and, really get into learning all the methods, application methods, knowing the technical terms such as the porosity, texture, density, and just learned all about my hair. And after 9 months, it's something very different from before already, and I'm kind of happy with what I see already. Curls are actually, a part of you. It's up to us, naturally curly hair people, to actually explore and find that potential within ourselves. Because we never really know the potential of what we can do, right? So even with curly hair, it's so versatile and so magical. It's never the same after every wash day, and it's always a surprise. So curls for me, it's just finding out who you really are. The challenge with curly hair is actually how to take care of it. People think that it's, very daunting to apply so many steps when you want to have really great curls. I see it as more of experimenting and finding what is right for me when taking care of curls. So it doesn't really become a challenge anymore if I look at it in that perspective. I guess another challenge for me right now as well is to get that uniform curls in your head. It's not really a challenge, it's more of, it's kind of a frustration, because I want my back curls to be as good as my front curls, but the case is not usually like that, and I just have to accept it. So for me, those are the current challenges that I have with my curls. Here are my tips when you're just about to start your journey. First things first, you have to know your big why. Why are you doing this in the first place? Because if you don't have this at the very start, you'll just lose momentum and you will lose motivation to do so. You have to understand, why are you doing this? Is it for yourself? Is it because of others? My big why for me is actually to get my hair to its healthiest state. So that's the biggest why for me. So nothing else matters. That's why I can go on with this journey and have fun with it. My second curl tip is to have patience. Don't stress yourself. It's okay to make mistakes, because when you're starting out, you might look at others that, why can't I have the same hair as her? I've already been in this journey for a month. A month's progress when you come from rebond or straightened hair won't really show much. So you really have to have patience. My third tip is to join a community or support group, or find a curl inspiration, someone who inspires you. Because having a support group that will motivate you and give you positive affirmations is actually beneficial for your journey. You'll be motivated to not stop. My fourth tip is to research. Educate yourself on your hair, on what your hair needs, on the different products, on the different application methods, and try them out and see what's best for you. My fifth tip is to actually don't compare yourself to anyone else except for your day one self. Because, for example, if you're already at day 60 and you feel like, oh, nothing has changed, but when you look at that very first photo of your day one, you'll certainly see a very big, change. That's the only person that you have to compare yourself to. My sixth tip is don't overthink about the products at the very start. Get the ones that are available to you, because you don't know what your hair likes yet and you don't know what it doesn't like. So you must feed your hair something first. So don't overthink it, just get the nearest products that are available to you. My seventh tip is to actually document your journey, because this is gonna be helpful for those transitioning when you see yourself improve month by month. And you can actually see where you went wrong, what methods and products didn't work for you. So this is a really helpful tip. Don't forget to document. You can, document using an app. There's actually an app for that. You can, post it, make an Instagram page, or you can, just keep it in your phone, put it in albums, as long as you put your photo somewhere else. And the eighth tip is to get a big chop. I know this, not a lot of people want to get a big chop, but for convenience sake and for you to save on products, it's actually beneficial to get a big chop at the very start. I started out with, longer than past the shoulder length hair, but I got a bob. So for me, that was already kind of short for me, but I don't regret it at all because it saves so much time when applying, it saves so much product, and I never knew that I actually look okay with a bob. So you never know. And hair grows back. So if you do, for example, you don't like the cut, you can always wait for it to grow back. And for my ninth tip, if you are transitioning, I would highly recommend to curl train your hair. So this is very good for curly, those with curly types. For wavy, it might not be as good for you, but I would really recommend to curl train your hair. And also to get bond treatments such as Olaplex when you come from very damaged hair, like when you bleached it before or when you straightened it, because you actually batter your hair with so much chemicals, it's really so tired, and now we must repair all the hair bonds. So I would really recommend getting these. If you're about to start your journey, I want you guys to just have fun. We talk about patience, but if you're having fun, you won't even look at the time, right? Time passes by as if it's nothing. So no matter what you do, especially with taking care of your curls, just have fun. That's it. Again, I'm Tiff, and thank you for watching. If you want to learn more tips and tricks, do check out Curlico, and you can also follow me at creative.curls. Thank you so much, and see ya!